Hi friends, this is Deepak from smartpree.com and today we'll be talking about the Galaxy M20, a phone that represents the new Samsung and where M stands for millennials. So which is to say Samsung will be catering to the online market, youngsters this year, and this is a very aggressively priced phone and a very competitively spec'd phone. So which is to say that Samsung will be taking on online alternatives like Xiaomi's phones, Asus phones head on this year. So how did they fare? Is the Galaxy M20 a good phone, a worthy buy? Well, we'll be talking about that in details in our review, so keep watching. After resisting notches and display cutouts for an entire year, Samsung has finally embraced the concept and ran with it. Both the Galaxy M20 and Galaxy M10 have watertop notches at the top, or the Infinity V display as Samsung puts it, and that's what is surely in trend these days. The bezels surrounding the display and also the chin at the bottom are considerably smaller than comparable affordable phones. So all of that makes the fascia of the Galaxy M20 very attractive, but once you turn over, it's an entirely different story. At the back, this glossy plastic back panel which attracts a ton of smudges and is so not 2019. The oval-shaped fingerprint sensor gives you more effective scanning area, but it's positioned a little too close to the top, and it took us a while before we got used to it. Other than that, the Galaxy M20 is solid and reasonably comfortable to handle and to operate, especially for a phone that houses a massive 5000 mAh battery. The USB Type-C port at the bottom on an affordable Samsung phone, well, that's surely a thing to cherish. Samsung is using the regular TFT LCD panel on the Galaxy M20, but don't let that discourage you because the panel is actually quite good. The colors pop nicely and are quite vibrant, and Samsung still doesn't provide an option to tweak display colors on its LCD phone displays, but if you prefer warmer tones, there's a subtle blue light filter that should help. And speaking of the notch, well, the Infinity V display at least has some semblance of organization. For instance, the clock and app icons are on the left and the system icons are reserved on the right, same as OnePlus phones. And in case you're wondering, you can get around 3 to 4 app icons on the status bar. There's no option to hide the notch, but now that the notches are well accepted, this shouldn't be a weak point. The software running on the phone is Android 8.1 Oreo based Experience UI, and Samsung has confirmed Android Pie update will be arriving soon. The Experience UI on M series phones has been optimized to work smoothly on low-end hardware, and it also borrows quite a few features from the upcoming One UI. These include gestures, iconography, and even design elements. So overall, the software is stable, mature, and quite pleasant. The Galaxy M20 is also among the rare few affordable phones that supports HD streaming. The HD streaming works on Prime videos for now, but I guess it will work very soon with Netflix as well. Only there is no Samsung Bay Mini support on the phone. Now let's talk about the performance. Well, the Galaxy M20 is the first phone to be powered by Samsung's own Exynos 7904 octa-core chipset, which combines 2 Cortex-A73 cores with 6 Cortex-A53 cores. So this is a 14nm chipset, and if all that is too much technical jargon for you, let's straight away cut to the chase and say that the Exynos 7904 on the Galaxy M20 falls behind the Snapdragon 660. It's still better than what Samsung used to offer on best of J series phones last year, but it can't quite match up to the competition as of now. So we didn't face any major issue with day-to-day usage, but high-end gaming and games like PUBG did not run well at all. Casual games worked fine. The fingerprint sensor is fast and efficient, and just as Samsung high-end phones, it can be configured just by swiping instead of tap tap tap, and the face unlock is fast as what you'd seen on the best of Samsung phones, which is still slower but hopefully more secure than what you get in phones from Oppo and Vivo. Let's now talk about the battery and connectivity on the Galaxy M20. Well, the new Samsung phone has a USB Type-C connector and supports fast charging, both of which are extremely rare on affordable phones, even in 2019. The bundle charger can also fast charge a Galaxy Note 9, which is to say that Samsung is really putting its best foot forward here. Total charge time is still more than 2 hours. Besides, the 5000 mAh battery capacity ensures that you won't fret losing your charge through the day. Simply put, the battery mileage is fantastic. The Galaxy M20 has usual set of connectivity options, but is missing dual band Wi-Fi, and we didn't face any issues with calling. The audio output via mono speakers at the bottom is decent enough, and audio output via headphones is excellent. Let's now talk about the cameras. So on the rear, the Galaxy M20 has a 13 megapixel primary camera combined with a 5 megapixel secondary wide angle shooter, and on the front you get an 8 megapixel selfie camera. Naturally, the competition has better specs to offer, but how about the actual camera performance? Well, the rear primary camera is a decent performer. We managed to get well balanced shot in proper lighting, and the Galaxy M20 performed a bit better than the Zenfone Max Pro M2 and the Realme U1. The Redmi Note 6 Pro still takes the lead. In low light, the Galaxy M20 can capture fairly good shot at times, but consistency takes a hit. The selfie camera performance is workable in daylight but underwhelming indoors and in low light. So overall, the camera performance is flawed, but since the competition doesn't fare much better in this regard, the Galaxy M20 rear cameras actually perform better than or are at par with most other affordable options. To sum it up, the Galaxy M20 is a big leap forward as far as affordable Samsung phones go. It has a trendy Infinity V display, offers solid battery backup, covers basics like dual VoLTE and HD streaming, is among the rare few affordable phones with Type-C port and fast charging support, and has also been competitively priced. That's a lot of value for consumers and millennials who'd rather buy from a premium tier 1 brand. At the same time, it's not the best camera phone in its class, and Samsung is still holding back when it comes to processing power. So that completes our Samsung Galaxy M20 review, and if you liked it, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon below.